let's address the elephant in the room. I have not uploaded in literally almost 3 months now. My bad, my fucking bad. I'm really sorry about that. But I'm back today. I'm actually sitting down in my new studio, and we're gonna record a video for the first time since literally May. There really wasn't a huge reason for why I wasn't filming other than the fact that May through July was literally a shit show for me. Like, I was constantly doing something. I was in the middle of moving, I was starting a new job, I was doing everything, and I just did not have time to sit down and really dedicate myself to a video. It actually takes a lot to like sit down and film a video. Fun fact, I don't have a laptop, so I literally edit all of my videos on my iPhone 8 on iMovie. Like, that's it. Filming itself only takes me like 1 or 2 hours, but the editing just sucks the fucking life out of me. I'm really sorry about that. Last week I asked you guys to ask me some questions for a Q&A video on my Instagram, but I mean, if you're not following my Instagram, you should do that. Oh wait. Okay, great. And since my last video, I actually have gained about 700 new followers on my Instagram page, and I'm still just like baffled that people do want to see this and like are actually genuinely interested in my talent, because for so many years I held back from sharing this talent due to the fact that I didn't think anyone cared. I've said this a couple times, but thank you again. So since I've gained all those followers since my last video, I figured what better way than to just do a simple Q&A, get to know me a little bit better. I haven't done a video like this yet, so I asked you guys to send me in questions, and I'm just gonna go over my everyday makeup routine while I answer them for you. So first of all, I'm gonna go in with my dirty Real Techniques beauty blender, and I just like to get that wet with the e.l.f. makeup set in this, mainly because I'm too lazy to walk upstairs and get it wet in the sink. And then while that sits, I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. tone adjusting primer. It's the green one. This really is like a tried and true for me. I know I've said a couple times that like primer doesn't do anything for me, but I'm still out here pretending like it does. There's a lot of acne going on my face right now. It costs literally nothing to mind your own business and not hurt my feelings. Alright, so after that, I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline Super Stay Foundation in the shade 115 Ivory. This is my favorite foundation right now. I absolutely love it. And we're gonna answer my first question while I'm blending this in. The first question is, how old are you? I am 20 years old. I just turned 20 on May 5th. I'm Cinco de Mayo baby. Just blending this down my neck because the bitch is pale.
I am so powerful. My mind, oh, it amazes me sometimes.
Next question, where are you from? I am from Michigan. I'm actually from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Little dinky town called Newberry. That is where I grew up. I literally have lived there my entire life up until about 3 weeks ago when I moved down to the Lower Peninsula, this general region, I'm pretty sure. But I did grow up in the Upper Peninsula. People are very mesmerized when I tell them that, because first of all, usually people don't know that Michigan comes in 2 parts. 2 separated parts connected by a bridge. That is the Mackinac Bridge. Google it. A lot of people think like the second half of Michigan is actually Canada, Wisconsin, its own separate state. I don't know. We're often left out on maps. It's fine. Now I went in with my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Fair Warm, and I'm just gonna blend that in. So when I say this is like my everyday makeup look, it's not in fact every day. I actually rarely wear a drop of makeup when I leave the house for work or just to go in public. I really do just enjoy like sitting down and taking my time on makeup looks versus like being on a schedule every day. Now I'm going in with the Fit Me Loose Powder in the shade Fair. I'm not baking, I'm just gonna like press it into the skin so it melts. How old were you when you started doing makeup? I was 11 years old. I would just like rummage through my mom's makeup a lot. My mom had bought me a shit ton of e.l.f. makeup for Christmas one year when I was 12, 13-ish. And the rest is history after that. So now I'm just taking some of that same powder and lightly dusting it over the rest of my face with this big fluffy Morphe brush. Okay, so now I'm going in with the e.l.f. Primer Infused Blush in the shade Always Cheeky. What's your favorite color? Orange. No, my favorite color is blue. I did this. I did all of this by myself. That's a lie. My boyfriend and my dad actually did put together the plywood behind me that like is hinged together so it can stand up properly. There was so much that went wrong in the process of building this, such as I bought 6 strips of LED lights, which you can't even see in the frame. They're around my desk and there's like blue light. I bought 6 sets of those and 1 worked. If you can hear water flushing right now, it's my washing machine upstairs. I am currently filming in a basement. Next, I'm going in with the Milani Silky Matte Bronzing Powder in the shade Sunkissed. Next question, it is, do you miss being a cheer coach? I do miss being a cheer coach, I really, really do. So if you didn't know, I did cheerleading all through high school, and then when I graduated, I moved on to become the coach of the team that I was on. And it was super fun, super cool. I got to teach them all sorts of new stuff, and they really did like make history with that program, and they accomplished a lot of stuff that hadn't been done before. So that was really, really exciting to be a part of, and I really do like wish them the best. Obviously, I moved 3 hours away, so obviously the ball is not my court anymore, but like I'm always supporting them, always willing to help. Yeah, there's some badass girls. So now I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Loose Highlighter in the shade I'm So Lit. This and the e.l.f. blush I actually got from Courtney Dryden on TikTok. If you don't follow her and you're into makeup, you really need to be. Her whole like personality is just super cute, and she's put me on some really, 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 really nice product. Oh, baby. How have you guys been? Hope you guys have been thriving. I've been pretty good. I've been adjusting to like my new town and stuff. I actually really love it here, and I am so happy that we decided to do this. So this is actually really cheap, and there's so much in here, it'll last you a fucking lifetime. I 10 out of 10 recommend. Okay, so now I'm gonna move on to my brows. Usually for makeup looks, I will use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow, but that's a little bit too harsh for like real life brows, if you know what I mean, for me at least. So I'm just gonna go in with the Urban Decay Brow Blade, and I'm gonna use the felt tip side. That's not the felt tip side, okay. This side. Okay, so I went ahead and did the other brow off camera, so now I'm just gonna go over them with a little bit of Essence Make Me Brow Gel, and move on to the next question, which is favorite makeup brand. I'm not exactly loyal to like one brand, but I will say that the brand that I buy the most stuff from is Morphe, for sure. They do have products that like I've tried and wasn't really a fan of or didn't work for me, but overall I do have several eyeshadow palettes from them, and I have a lot of other products that I really, really love from them. So I'd probably have to say Morphe. So for my normal everyday eye look, I tend to reach for the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette, as well as the Violet Voss Essentials palette. This is the lazy person's way to cleaning their brushes. Starring me! Okay, so first I'm going to go in with the color Sand from the Violet Voss palette with this brush. Eddie Funkhauser Dome Blending. It came in my BoxyCharm. I couldn't tell you who that is. I'm really just going for like a soft, neutral, small shimmer eye look. That's my go-to all the time. Believe it or not, my face actually is in fact not painted all the time, and I do just do that for Instagram. At all the Karens on social media who look at my makeup and like call it ugly because they think I actually leave the house like that. Even if I did, that shit is art, Karen. You don't know shit. And then I'm gonna go in with same brush and use a little bit of this and use this Dusty Rose shade. Okay, so this palette has been through a lot, but we're gonna take this Cypress Umber shade, and we're gonna pop that in the inner corner. I literally use the same brush for everything. And we're just really focusing that in that inner corner to add some depth to this. Then I'm gonna go in with the shade Cinnamon from the Violet Voss palette. Don't know if you can see that, but that's what I'm doing. And I'm just gonna swoop that underneath my waterline. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the shade Glistening from my Soft Glam palette, and I'm just gonna pop that right on the lid. And that's it for my eyeshadow. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye, and we'll come back for mascara. Okay, so I have both eyes done now, and it's time to move on to lashes. But first, the next question is, do you have any siblings? I do have one sibling. I have a brother. He is 5 years older than me. His name is Mitchell. We were decently close growing up. I remember playing video games with him a lot when I was younger, and we often would be traveling for his hockey tournaments. I really played hockey for like 14, 15 years. I don't know, it was a long fucking time. I literally spent my childhood like in different hockey arenas across the entire state. As we got older, we definitely obviously fought a lot, and it would get physical. But he has caused me injuries and pain. But what sibling hasn't, you know? He did also give me a really cool sister-in-law, as well as a super cute niece and nephew, so I mean, I guess him punching me multiple times as a child was fine. So right now I'm going in with the L'Oreal telescopic mascara in the shade Carbon Black. It's literally the world's tiniest skinny little wand, but it really does grab onto your lashes and add a lot of length. Next question, do you have a boyfriend? I do have a boyfriend. We've been together for almost 4 years now, and we've lived together for 2. Okay, so now my lashes are complete, so all we have left now is lips, and we have to set my face. Okay, so for lips, I honestly don't wear lipstick for like an everyday occasion, but I do like to bring color back to them. Obviously they're covered in foundation right now, so what I like to do is, because I don't like this product as a blush, I actually take it and I smear a little bit on my finger and then I dab it on my lips. This is the ColourPop blush sticks, just like that. It doesn't add a crazy amount of color, but it adds enough to where it's not really blending in my skin anymore. And then the next question is, did you play sports? Yes, I played softball my whole life, like until I graduated high school. I was a catcher and an outfielder. I did dabble in basketball, volleyball, soccer in middle school. I did start high school volleyball, but I only made it like 2 weeks in and I just lost interest in it and I didn't want to do it anymore. I did cheerleading all through high school. That was super fun. I was a side base and a back for most of my career. I did dance for like 1 year. So yeah, I dabbled in a lot of different sports, but I actually only stuck with softball and cheerleading. Those were huge parts of my life. All right, so the final step is we're going to set my face. I use this one and the Milani Make It Matte spray. I just kind of go between those two. And that brings me to my final question, and that is, would you do makeup full time? That's kind of what I'm trying to do right now. My absolute dream is turning this into a career someday. Obviously not anytime soon, but like, you never know. Big believer in manifestation, baby. Like I dream about this shit all the time. Like, I will do this as a career one day. This will be my jam. Like social media, makeup, all into one. I really do just want to dive head first into this field, really. I really, really do, and I try really hard all the time. Although it might not seem like it when I don't post videos for 3 months, but no matter what, I am always busting my ass, like trying to find time to crank out a new makeup look or crank out a video. Just know I'm trying. It will get better, I promise. I am making it a #1 priority to be 100% more consistent and just really get back on track with this shit. Okay, so that is it for today's video. Thank you to everyone who sent me questions. I really hope you guys enjoyed this new video back. I'm really hoping to get at least 1 video out per week from now on. I'm gonna try. Make sure you're following my other social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook.